What is the job of a United States attorney? There are 80 of them in the United States. They represent the Department of Justice in every state of the Union. There are several in my state. It's one of the most important jobs when it comes to law enforcement, one of the most important jobs when it comes to the administration of justice. Under the Trump administration, those 80 U.S. attorneys were proposed by President Trump's administration to the Congress, to the Senate Judiciary Committee, which I chair. Of those 80 that were proposed by the Trump administration, every single one of them went forward without a hearing and without a record vote. All 80 Trump U.S. attorneys were approved. Oh, how many were delayed by the Democrats in those days? One for 1 week. That was it. And all it took was a voice vote to approve him at the end of that week. What we're facing now is the opposite. The Republican senators, at least one in particular, have decided to stop the U.S. attorneys, but hold tight, just those in Democratic states. Stop the appointment of U.S. attorneys in Democratic states. It's the first time we've run into this in modern history in the Senate Judiciary Committee, but it's a further indication of how far they will go to stop nominations, whether they're judges, U.S. attorneys, ambassadors, or key members of the administration. And that is what we are facing. The Senate cannot exist without mutual respect and some level of cooperation. I've been here long enough to have seen a lot of it, and I've seen it as it is breaking down right now. The question you've asked, all of you have asked me one way or another, and asked everyone else, when are you going to finish your business? When are you going to get down and work together and get this done? Well, we're trying, and we have to. We do need a CR. It's been 10 years since we've had an ordinary appropriations process. Bills come to the floor. Anybody here remember the good old days when you actually had an appropriation bill on the floor? Hasn't been one in the Senate for at least 10 years. Now we're facing a CR just to keep the lights on the federal government during the Christmas season. To get it done, we need the cooperation of the other side, a bipartisan effect. And when it comes to the debt ceiling, need I add that 80 or 90% of this debt ceiling is about debt incurred under the previous President Donald R. Trump? And the Republicans refused to even step up to vote for a debt ceiling extension on appropriations they voted for their president. That's what we're up against. So it's fair for you to ask about the results here, but it's also important, if not essential, that you tell the whole story. We are prepared to act to finish the National Defense Administration Authorization Act, as well as the debt ceiling, as well as the CR, and we know we bear the burden on the reconciliation bill as well. But let's tell the whole story about one party that is trying to get something done and another party that is not even reaching the historical level of cooperation necessary.